Hey guys, I am back with a makeup tutorial. I know I haven't done one in literally months. It is all drugstore and pretty much affordable makeup brushes as well. I'm going to be using the new L'Oreal palette, and I don't know if it's called the LA palette or the La palette, but it's Nude 2. There were two different palettes. One was more goldy and brown, more like the first and second Naked palettes, and this one has a lot of purple and pink tones in it, and it's just really gorgeous and definitely right up my alley of things that I would like to wear for eyeshadow. But yeah, anyways, so I'm going to get straight into the tutorial and I hope you guys enjoy. I went ahead and did my base, my eyebrows, and one eye, and for my base I used the L'Oreal Magic Perfecting Base, and the foundation I put on was the Rimmel London Lasting 25-Hour Comfort Serum Foundation, which is new to me, and it leaves a very matte finish on your face and full coverage. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I did this. To get started on my eye, I'm taking the NYX eyeshadow base, and this is just a skin colored eyeshadow base, and I'm putting that on my eyelid, and I'm also going to put that under my eye to help try and get my concealer not to crease, which still isn't working, but I did it on that eye, so I'm gonna do it on this eye too. Now that I've got that done, I'm going to start with the eyeshadow. This eyeshadow look is really about building a gradient, so I'm going to start with this dark brown eyeshadow, and it's a little bit more on the warm side. And I'm just going to place that on my eyelid, but not go all the way up to the crease, because I'm going to blend in lighter shadows in my crease. To do that, I'm using a Real Techniques base shadow brush. Next, I'm taking the Zoeva 228 Luxe Crease Brush. I'm taking this very light pink color, and I'm going to put that in my crease and use it to blend the brown up. And you really just want to use windshield wiper motion and sweep it back and forth in your eye. Next, I am going to go in with this dark purple and use the same Real Techniques brush. And I'm just going to pat that towards the outer V, and it doesn't have to be perfect because you can fix the edges with concealer, but I just want to build up the color. Then I'm going in with the same Zoeva brush, the same light pink color I used, and I'm going to blend that out. And I'm also going to slightly pull the deep purple in a little bit. So I just drag my brush like this to pull the color in a little. Next, I'm taking the Zoeva 237 Detail Shader, and I'm going to go in with this light pink shade, and it's slightly shimmery, but it's more of a satin finish. Just placing that on the inner corner of my eye. And I'm also slightly bringing it in on the inner third of my eye. Next, I'm going to take my finger with that color and just slightly pat it to build up the intensity of the color. And then to sort of blend that in with the purple, I'm just going to take this brush from Real Techniques that I used before and blend those together. By the way, I am sorry if the lighting keeps changing, but the sun keeps like getting bright and then dim when the clouds go over it, so it might seem a little dark or a little orange sometimes, but I'm using natural lighting and lights, so the color is changing. For the next step, I'm just going to take the really light pink shade here and also the light pink shade here, and I'm going to mix them together and apply that to the very top edge of the crease color I put in to really soften it up. And then I'm going to take the little brush that came with this palette and use the sponge tip applicator, and I'll take the lightest pink shade right here and just apply that to my brow bone. Next, I'm using my Real Techniques brush again and the deep brown shade I used before, and I'm just going back in on my eyelid and in my crease area to sort of deepen up the color. Next, I'm taking my NYX concealing palette in the color Light, and I'm going in with this color right here just to slightly clean up the edges of my eye, but I'm not going to worry about it too much because I'm going to be doing this again as well once I add more shadow. Now that I've done most of the top of my eye, I'm going to conceal, and first I'm going to start with the same palette and the peachy shade to correct the dark circles under my eyes. I'm just going to apply that with my finger. And doing this, it really warms up the product to help it work into your skin. And you also get a better, like, full coverage, I think, when you use your finger. Then I like to go in with my Real Techniques sponge and just blend out the edges and under my eye a little. Next, I'm going to take my Revlon Photo Ready Concealer Stick in the color Light Medium 03 and just put that under my eyes. I'm going to start the same way by going in with my finger first and then going in with my sponge to blend it out more. Next, I'm taking the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder in the color Sandstorm 04 and just a little makeup sponge that you can get at pretty much any store. And I'm going to pat that on here like this. I'm going to use it to set my under eyes, and I've got to say I don't really like this, but I already did it to my other eye, so I kind of just need to follow through and do it with this eye. But for me personally, this isn't the best look. Next, I'm going back with the same Real Techniques brush I've been using, and I'm going to pick up the dark brown shade I used in the beginning. Sweep that under my eye for a really smoky effect. I'm not bringing it all the way into my inner corner, but pretty far. And I'm also going to connect that with the upper eyeshadow, and it's okay if it gets messy here because, like I said, you can go and clean it up. But you just really want to build the intensity on that outer corner and drag it inwards. Next, I'm going in with this medium purple shade right here. And I'm going to do the same thing I just did, but I'm not dragging it up. I'm just using it to smoke out my lash line. And then I'm going to go in with the deepest purple and do the same thing again. But I'm going to try and keep this slightly closer to the lash line. But I'm also dragging it inwards on the upper lid like I did with the brown. Now I'm just going to slightly clean up with the same NYX concealer I used and this Urban Decay brush. Then I'm going to go back in with my Zoeva brush that I used before and blend that out. Then for the next step, I'm taking my L'Oreal Blackest Black Gel Eyeliner and the Zoeva Fine Liner brush, and it's the 315, and I am just going to lightly put that on my eye and wing it out slightly. And this part, it doesn't have to be perfect because we will be going over it with an eyeshadow. Now here comes the part that helps you really soften this smoky eye. I'm taking the deepest purple from the palette that I've been using, and I am putting that on a 317 winged liner brush from Zoeva. I'm going to keep patting that into the liner, the black liner that I've put on, and soften that up. And you can do this as thick or thin as you want. I'm doing about medium thickness. And I'm just bringing that up into a wing. You want to start at the top first to soften that, the top of the eyeliner where it meets the eyeshadow. Because that's the part you really want to get soft and smudgy. Now I'm bringing this up quite far. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I like the looks of that, so I'm going to drag it upwards. And then really soften it up by pulling the eyeshadow into the eyeshadow that I already have. And I'm going to go in with the same Zoeva brush I've been using and really blend out the edges. And it can also help to sort of drag the eyeshadow down to soften that up. And then I'm taking the Zoeva Luxe Soft Definer brush, the 227, and I'm going to put the light purpley pink shade on it and use that to blend out the edges even further. Now I'm just going in back with the same NYX concealer and brush I was using and cleaning up the edges. Now I'm going to take one of the L'Oreal Silkissime eyeliners, and this is the pink one in the color, what color is it? It's just called Highlighter. I'm just going to put that on the inner corners of my eyes and also in my waterline. Then I'm going to go back over that with the lightest pink shade and also the sponge tip applicator and just blend that in. Now that I've done all the eyeshadow, I am going to put on my fake lashes. But first I need to start by curling my actual lashes. And you can use any eyelash curler you have. This one really kind of sucks, but it's the one I have, so I'm just gonna... And I'm going to put on one of my favorite mascaras, which is the Maybelline Great Lash Lots of Lashes mascara, and it has this wand. It's perfect to get your fake lashes to stick to your natural lashes. Now I'm going to take my lashes, which look like this, and I got them from CameraReadyCosmetics.com. They are gypsy lashes, but I don't know the specific name of it, so I will just put the link down below of the lashes that they are. And they were only $2, and they've become my favorite lashes. Now that my eyelashes are on, I'm going to go in with a second coat of mascara, and I'm using the Miss Mango Voluminous mascara by L'Oreal in the Blackest Black, or whatever shade this is, I'm not sure. Yeah, Blackest Black. I'm just going to use that to get my false and natural lashes to blend together. So now that I'm done with my eyes, I really want to warm up my face, and I'm going to take the NYC Sunny Bronzer. And I'm just using my Real Techniques powder brush and putting that all over my face. To bring some glow to my face, because it's pretty matte right now, I'm going to take the Milani Baked Bronzer in the color 04 Glow. And I'm going to use the same brush and place that on my cheeks. Then I'm going to use a Real Techniques blush brush and the Milani Powder blush in the color Tea Rose, which is just a matte pinky rose color, and apply that to the apples of my cheeks. It's just a really nice neutral pink color that could go with pretty much any makeup look you put on. Next I'm going to highlight with the Revlon Photo Ready eyeshadow palette in Metropolitan. I'm just going to use this shade right here. And I'm also using an e.l.f. Flawless concealer brush to do that. Place it on the high points of my face where I like to highlight. Okay, so I have to go in and get another light because all of my natural lighting pretty much just went out the window. It's like gray out now, which I should have just done this in the first place because now I don't look orange, but I thought it looked okay at first. But anyways, now I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with my lips now that I've got pretty much the whole face done. I'm going to take one of my favorite lip liner pencils in the color Cappuccino, and it's a Rimmel London pencil, and I'm going to slightly overline my lips. Now I'm going to take this new L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Gloss and I'm going to fill in the rest of my lips with that. Oh yeah, and this is also in the color 517 Nude Allude. And I like to take what I have on my bottom lip and rub it into the top because this is matte to a degree, but it doesn't dry fast. So it takes a while to dry. So the less you put on, the better, so it'll dry faster. And building up layers is a better way to work with this. To finish up this look, I'm going to take my NYX Dewy Finish Setting Spray and spritz that all over my face to give me a tiny bit of dewiness, but also to set my foundation. Oops, I forgot one more step. I also am going to take the Rimmel London Show Off Lip Lacquers, which are matte, and I'm using the color Luna, and I'm going to put that in the middle of my lips to give me a fuller, poutier looking lip, and also for more of a gradient effect as well. So this is the final makeup look, mostly matte, but I really like the look. I think it's very suitable for an everyday type of smoky eye if that's something that you like, but you can also wear this very played up or very dressed down. I think it's a smoky eye that you can wear with any type of outfit for any occasion, and you can also switch up the colors if you like. I kept it really rosy and purple, but you could go with any different shade of eyeshadow that you would like. But yeah, so anyways, I hope you guys really liked this video, and if you'd like to see some more drugstore makeup tutorials, then please leave me some comments down below. If you like what you saw, please subscribe, and I will see you guys again soon.